So season 3 with Schalke, obviously still in the Bundesliga after successfully managing to survive last season, finishing at 13th place. Every other competition we were in, though, was not particularly exciting, which means we're back down to just 2, Bundesliga and the DFB Pokal, which last time we were in the league and the cup only, we won both of them. I don't think we're going to win the Bundesliga. If we can win the DFB Pokal for a second time in 3 seasons, that would be very good. Obviously, on the 1st of July, we have started a new season. The transfer window is open. We've got £21 million to spend, £71 million in the bank as well, and we are currently under our wage budget, which is now £630,000 is what we're spending. We've got about 20,000 or 22,000 if we want to spend that. We have obviously already done some transfer business. Starting off then, the released players. Big names here. We've got 2 that have retired. Sebastian Polter is one of them. He actually spent last season out on loan. He has retired, as has Dominic Drexler, the man who won us the DFB Pokal thanks to a penalty in like the 100 and something minute. Jakub Busk, the goalkeeper we signed in season 1, didn't kick a ball for us, has been released. We've released this man as well because I don't think he was very good. Tobias Moha, I did say we might release him last season, and we have decided to pull the trigger. Moha has gone, and also Romeo Ferreira has also left because basically I don't think he was going to be any good. Other players to leave, yep, we're not dumb. These players have kind of just left and moved on for free transfers to actual clubs. Talas Kallas has left, he is signed for Darmstadt. Kiki Top has also left, he's gone to St. Pauli. He was a player who actually played a few times last season. I think he could be good, but basically he did not want to sign a new deal because he was so far down the pecking order. And I kind of understand why. Leo Grimil has also left the club on a free transfer, signing for Wolfsberger in his native Austria. He starts the save with a damaged cruciate ligament injury, which means he can't play football for an entire season. And last year, he didn't really get much game time either. So he's kind of been moved on, partially because he didn't actually want to sign a new deal, but also he wasn't getting better because he wasn't playing. Another player to leave is Marcin Kaminski. He has left to sign for Pogoń over in Poland, which, by the way, in case you're wondering, I do have a 10-season save with Pogoń going on at the moment. You can check that out on the channel. It's probably maybe season 8 by the time this video comes out. Joining the club then, 3 players so far on the 1st of July. The window, by the way, has literally just opened. For £61,000, we've spent a small amount of money. Asger Sorensen, a 29-year-old Danish central defender, has signed from Sparta Prague. He's come in because we kind of don't have any defenders. We've also brought in a defence midfielder and a left winger. A left winger, by the way, who has been the bane of my life in Football Manager saves, apart from any save in FM24. I think FM20 through to 23, he's been the bane of my life, so we've signed him. And that is Crepin Diatta. I don't know why he's always been a problem. When he was playing for Club Bruges, he was a problem for me. When he was playing for Monaco, he was a problem for me. I can't remember, it was a save, I think it was Rupel Boom. I did a save in Belgium. Crepin Diatta always scored against me. And then when he was playing for Monaco, I was doing saves where we were playing in Europe. Crepin Diatta constantly kept scoring against me. He's been just the bane of my life, and we've signed him on a free transfer because he can play left wing, and we kind of need one of them. The other player we've signed is Sean Longstaff. Now, it's too much money. Okay, I'm fully aware it's too much money. £44,000 a week, free transfer for Sean Longstaff. He's only 27, soon to be 28. I don't think this is a terrible signing. Until you look at his technical numbers, there's very few higher than 11. Lots of 11s, which makes him look quite good. He can tackle, which is quite nice. Not really much else. I mean, he's not bad, okay? He's not bad. I think Longstaff's a fine signing, okay? If you disagree with me, tell me in the comments and I'll tell you you're wrong. So that's the business so far. Obviously, we do have money to spend, as I mentioned, £21 million. 2 competitions to play this season. Let's jump forward then to September to see if we spent any more of that £21 million. The answer is yes. Yeah, we've technically spent all of it. I mean, we haven't. We've moved some money about and things, but we have spent £15.75 million, I believe, on one player. We've also sold some people as well. Maxim Ndongpenda, whoever he is, he's left the club. Mika Kadir has also left the club. He's signed for Hoffenheim for a fair amount of money as well, potentially up to £1 million. So I think this is okay. Again, much like some previous players that we sold, he could be good. He's not terrible now, but I don't think he was good enough to play for us. Some players that were good enough to play for us, but I kind of decided let's bite the bullet because we've replaced this man with Sean Longstaff. Lino Templeman has moved on to Toulouse. He's gone for a decent sum as well. 2.7 million, potentially going to 3.7 million pounds. We could have got more, but I did have to use an intermediary to try and get rid of it. And Timo Baumgartel has also left the club, signing for HSV in the Bundesliga, so I think they must have got promoted last season. He's gone for 3.7 million, potentially going to 4.6 million pounds. So we've kind of sold some very good defenders, and we currently haven't replaced them. Until now, maybe. Sadiq Fofana, 22 years of age, German central defender, has joined the club, signed from Bayer on a free transfer. He is one of the 5, I believe, players to join the club. Frederik Jakel has also joined the club on a free transfer, formerly of RB Leipzig, and a whole load of loan deals by the looks of it. So yeah, he's not really stuck around a club for long enough. He's come in. He is a fringe player. I'm not convinced he's going to play a lot, but gives us a bit more depth in defence. We've also brought in a new goalkeeper, because it wouldn't be a Schalke save with me without signing a goalkeeper every season. This is the 3rd season and the 3rd goalkeeper we have brought in. Marcel Lotka, 24 years of age, signed from Borussia Dortmund on a free transfer. I'm not convinced he's our number 1 either. I feel like it is still going to be Muller, but we brought in another goalkeeper. This one I think is also a very good bit of business. Much like the Sean Longstaff deal, I think he's earning too much money, but I think he's good. Shandon Baptiste, 27-year-old Grenadian international, defence midfielder, central midfielder, attacking midfielder, signed from Brentford on a free transfer, currently out injured for 2 to 3 months. But I think this is sensible business. We do have a former Hampton and Richmond player playing in the Bundesliga. I can't imagine there's too many of those. And the final player to join the club is Can Uzun, who has signed from Nuremberg for a lot of money, £15.25 million. And I brought him in because I feel like we need an attacking midfielder. And Uzun, I believe it's Uzun, maybe he's called Can, I'm not quite sure, but I think he's going to be a very, very good player for us. Also, 19 years of age as well, so obviously plenty of time to develop and get better. There's also been a few loan deals there of 3 players that literally you won't ever see ever again, apart from when they go on loan at the start of every season. So that is the business we have done. If we have a look at our squad, we've got a much, much bigger squad now. We've got a lot more centre-backs. We've got Sorensen, we've got Keksin, we've got Jakel, we've got Fofana. So we've got 4 decent centre-backs. I am locking in 2 players into the starting 11, and I don't think I need to do one of them. Longstaff, I feel like he's going to just go in there anyway, because if we actually look, he is our best defensive midfielder. Canazun, I think he should play, but I'm wondering whether they might play Baptiste. Oliver has dropped down to our 3rd best attacking midfielder now, which is a worry because he's old and he's expensive. He's ridiculous. He was worth 10 million last year. How is he worth that much now? We might need to see if we can sell Oliver. We might need to sell Oliver because I feel like if we can get anywhere near £28 million, that's just silly money. Anyway, that's for another time. Let's just very quickly go for our best 11. This is what they think is our best 11. So Muller in goal, Merkin, Sorensen, Matrasini and Mehmet in defence. So Sorensen, the new signing coming in there. Schellenberg and Longstaff in midfield, which I kind of understand. Karaman, Uzun, Diatta on the left-hand side, and Iniacho leading the line. So I'm quite happy with that starting 11. And then on the bench, we've got Baptistas there. We've got Oliver there. We've also got Fofana and Jakel there. So this is good. I think we've got a good side. And also, you can probably tell that we do have a good side, because so far, 3 games in, we are 2nd place, beating Hertha and HSV, drawing with RB Leipzig, currently joint top of the table with 3 other teams who are still in the DFB Pokal as well. But obviously, it's the second round that can go absolutely any way. We are now going to jump forward to December to see how things have gone, and hopefully we're still in the top 6. Let's try and get Europe this year. At midnight on the 21st of December, we are currently in the quarterfinal of the DFB Pokal. We have Mainz in that competition. They are one of 3 teams in the 2nd Bundesliga still in it. Bayer, Leipzig, HSV and Heidenheim also from the Bundesliga. I'm thinking we have an outside chance of winning this again. We've got no Bayern Munich in there. It's only really RB Leipzig who are one of the bigger teams. And I guess, and also Bayer as well. So there's 3 teams there that I think could win it, and I think we're one of them. And the reason why I say I think we're one of them is because currently we're top of the Bundesliga and we've only lost 1 match all season. We've won 12, we've drawn 3, and we've lost once a 3-0 defeat against Bayern. We have got the top goal scorer in the shape of Iniacho, the 2nd top goal scorer as well in the shape of Can Uzun. This was a very sensible bit of business. For £15.25 million, we've got a player who scored 12 goals and 5 assists so far in just 16 starts. We've got Iniacho, who's got 14 goals and 16 starts as well. Somehow we're top of the Bundesliga. Has the season preview changed? I say changed, we didn't even look at it, did we? So 11th place is where they think we're going to finish now, and currently we are top of the table. Obviously, we're not going to be doing the January transfer window, but I have arranged a new signing, and that is going to be Samuel Gustafsson, who is a Swedish defence midfielder signing from BK Häcken. He can join on a free because their season runs from January to December, and he's out of contract on New Year's Eve, or on New Year's Day, technically, so he is joining on a free transfer. I don't think he's going to play a huge amount, but he's coming in for a bit more depth, and to challenge the mighty Sean Longstaff for a position in our starting 11, who, by the way, has scored 1 goal in the Bundesliga, got an assist as well. For all of you that did watch Season 2 and are asking questions about Yves Schmiz, the Luxembourg left winger, he is obviously not locked in, but he is in the first team, so he can get some game time, but it doesn't look like he has at the moment. He's been on the sub bench twice in his last, 20 games? It might not be a good idea. Maybe we should drop him down to Schalke 2. Anyway, let's jump forward to the end of the season. Can we do the double again? If we win the league and the cup again, a completely different league, but the same cup again, that's going to be utterly ridiculous. Well, we did not win the DFB Pokal. We did get past Mainz 1-0. We then lose to RB Leipzig, the eventual winners 2-1 in the semi-final. And we also did not win the Bundesliga. We managed to finish 3rd place, which means we have qualified for the Champions League. We fell apart. We lost 7 or 8 games in the second half of the season. We had an awful end to the season, which kind of ruined it, didn't it? So we're losing against Bayern, Union Berlin, we lost against Dortmund, Hoffenheim, lost against Stuttgart, Frankfurt. All of this in the second half of the season. We lost there against Leipzig, Hertha as well. I've just realised we lost 1 game in the first half of the season, and it was the last game of the first half of the season as well. And then we return on a high with a 6-0 win, and then just keep losing. So ultimately, it's not been a great season, but also it has been a great season because we have qualified for the Champions League, which is something I didn't think we would be able to do. We do have 2 seasons left of this Schalke save, so season 4 is going to be a little adventure into Europe. I don't think we're going to be winning the Champions League anytime soon, but then again, did say we weren't going to win the DFB Pokal in season 1, and exactly the opposite happened to that, so maybe we could win the Champions League. We've got 2 more years to try and win the Bundesliga though, so that is what we're going to try and do next season. Financially as well, we've got a lot of money to spend. We might end up going big in the summer.